I just moved to Bangalore 3 months ago. Back in Bangalore, I used to stay in 3 BHK, and the third room was essentially just like a spare room where I used to just throw stuff that I might need in the future. Amazon boxes, product covers, reusable bags, posters, cables, dongles, etc., etc. Now, I believe all of us do this to some extent where we all have a hoarding mentality. But let's be honest, deep inside, we all know that we are never going to use those things. In fact, most of the times we don't even remember that we have those things stored somewhere in the first place. Like, for example, tomorrow, if I'm going grocery shopping, I'll just go to the market, I'll buy the things that I need, I'll ask the vendor to give me a new bag, pay for that new bag, and when I come home, I'm again going to throw that new bag in the spare room, thinking that I might need it in the future. And the cycle just continues. Now, while I was moving out of Bangalore, my mom helped me pack and clear out a lot of things, especially from the spare room. And I just realized that more than 95% of the things in that room were just useless to me. And I had hoarded way too many things, not just in this room, but in some of the rooms that I actually used. Now, I'm standing there at the door and thinking to myself, isn't this the case with our lives too? Our activities, our social circle, our commitments, the things we own, the things we want to own, the things we want to do, the things we are already doing. How many of these things are coming out of your own wish, your own desire, your own conscious decision? And how many of these things have just been piling up in our lives due to social comparisons or peer pressures or something that you saw on Instagram? The answer is quite simple: a lot. And I'm pretty sure it's not just me. Majority of y'all have a boatload of things in your life that you have absolutely no use of. How many of these things have just been piling up in your lives that are there for like no reason? They're just weighing you down and holding you back, and consciously or subconsciously, they kind of make you feel suffocated and heavy. Now, when we try to get rid of these things or people or activities, sentiments get in our ways, right? The feeling of nostalgia comes in. The patterns that we have ingrained in ourselves do not allow us to break through them. Now, emotions are as important as intellect in our lives, but just listening to one of them is just a recipe for chaos and unrest. It's as good as you going to a friend for advice who always puts you in trouble. Doesn't make any sense, right? So, my conviction to myself is to be as conscious as possible from this very moment onwards in every aspect of my life, to get rid of all things that are holding me down. And if there is anything or anyone or any activity that I'm doing that has no long-term positive impact on my mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, or material life, that thing has no place in my life. Okay, let me know in the comments if you could relate to this. Uh, I'm trying to be as vulnerable and open as possible in front of the world. Now, I do get that there is hardly any views on this, but I hope to be a very conscious, thoughtful, sensible human being in this journey. If you are one of them, let me know. I'm happy to chat. Eventually, I want to build a community of like minded people, and I want to organize events and retreats and all those kinds of things. So let's chat. Drop a comment about what you thought about this video. And I will see you in the next video next week. Until then, take care and stay curious.